Oh, welcome back to another episode of my Georgia Bulldogs Dynasty here on College Football 25, where we are getting close to the end of year four here. We are number one in the country, finally kind of getting through the real gauntlet middle part of this schedule. Lost to what is now a top 10 Oklahoma team on the road, beat a top 20 Auburn team, Arkansas and Alabama. Both of those are really talented squads. Arkansas at the time was a top five team in the country. Alabama's at 4-5, one of the highest overalls in the game. LSU really tough. Of course, Florida was a top five matchup, but we were able to take them down. Now we take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs, who are 3-6. They're 1-4, but they have handed us a loss before in this series. Hopefully, we avoid that here today. But let's take a look at how they've gotten to this record. Started off with a week 0 loss to Minnesota. They beat Troy, they beat FCS, and they surprisingly beat Arkansas a couple weeks ago in an upset. Lost by coming off a loss to Texas A&M, lost to Florida, lost to Auburn, Arkansas State, Alabama. So not a whole lot of signature wins, but this one here over Arkansas is a really, really solid victory for them. You saw their overalls there at the top. Pretty solid squad, it looks like, but one where we should, of course, have the clear talent advantage. Let's take a look at their roster. There you are. Okay. So George Agbana, a redshirt sophomore, 90 overall. Former four-star prospect. Still has plenty of room to grow. Looks like a really good football player. 18-7. Touchdown interception ratio here, his first year as a starter, and does provide value with his legs. Not overly explosive, but certainly can run. Good arm, great accuracies. Throwing to run is exceptional. Throw under pressure, break sack. This is a really good quarterback. Definitely going to give us problems. It looks like Eric Blunt, Billy DiNapoli, two running backs there. Look pretty solid. Mario Craver is still there at wide receiver. Mike Dahl, Armand Falah, slow but 6'5". Kentrell Dunbar will have to try to keep an eye on him, that 95 speed. Doubt that we see any Darren Megna here, but 99 speed will certainly be something to watch. So pretty good wide receiver group. Tight ends are solid. That's a good athlete there. Offensive line, pretty solid all the way across. No superstars. Cam Franklin, their highest rated player here at defensive end, I'm sure is going to be a problem. Let's see kind of what his strengths are. Great run stopper, essentially not going to be able to run the football to his side. Pass rush is pretty solid. Definitely more of a run defender. But he's gotten 7 sacks on the season, transferred in there from Ole Miss. And yeah, having a great breakthrough season there. Really good. Left end room, the right end room, of course, is not great there. Defensive tackle, Gabe Moore, pretty solid. Linebackers, not great. Cornerbacks, they're out Braden Burks here. He has got a partial ACL tear. Not over, like Kelly Jones, huge, but not very fast. Sion Wong, 99 speed, but he is also out for 8 weeks with a broken ankle. So yeah, not a very good or explosive cornerback room with two of their top 3 guys there being hurt. Maybe something Georgia could take advantage of. Safeties are just okay. Can kind of see why they are maybe not the best team in the country, but we are currently ranked number 1, and we're going to take them on here at home. I almost said on the road. And let's hope that Georgia can keep the good times rolling here. We have a significant talent advantage. I don't think there's a single thing there other than having a really good quarterback, which, of course, can be a great equalizer. They got one really excellent defensive end. See if Georgia, though, can overcome those two things and really show off the talent that they have pretty much everywhere else and take advantage of that situation. Of course, we got coming off of a couple of good games here now from Kevin Leonard, trying to get the turnovers back under control, and hopefully has a clean day. I think if we avoid turnovers, expecting Georgia to come away with an impressive victory here. We are going to see Agbana and Mario Craver here to start things off. Craver, a senior wide receiver here at Mississippi State. And they go 3 wide receivers to start things off. Obama takes the snaps of play action. Got nowhere to go. He's going to scramble. He's got enough speed to take that for a gain of 6. So that pretty much tells you the story, I feel like, right there. Georgia's very, very likely going to have to do this same thing again, where you have Justin Williams, a lot of quarterback spies, wide receiver sent in motion. It's a jet pass over to him. KJ Bolden does a nice job. Him and Peel end up slowing that down. They get a 3rd and inches. See if they decide to run it here. They do. It's a speed option, but Georgia does a nice job kind of exploding there. They ran it to the opposite side of where the running back was, kind of created the room for that to lose ground. Georgia did a nice job of immediately pressuring that with Justin Williams, and then KJ took down the pitch man there. Georgia able to get the good stop there defensively. I'm sure here with Keldon Leonard, 25 touchdowns on the season. When I try to avoid Cam Franklin, let's see if Georgia can get off to an explosive start here on offense. Obviously, we got the clean weather here, which is nice to see. That LSU game in particular made the passing game about impossible. Franklin there on the left side. Leonard's going to take the snap. Throw this underneath. Cantrell catches the first pass of the game, and Georgia starts off with a gain of 8. Cantrell having a solid season here as wide receiver 1, but has certainly had his problems with drops, just like he did last year, but Tavares Tobias not having any issues there on that run. Things quickly going. Leonard takes the snap. Drop this underneath Haddington. You get a whole lot there. It's a gain of 4. Leonard takes the snap. We get this underneath to Tuggle. Tuggle's got room to go there. Drop everybody out. Leonard's able to dump that underneath. Great game there against Florida. Rush for a couple of scores, threw for 2 other ones. Tobias. It's a gain of 4 there on the screen. Very, very pass heavy here early on. Stick with that same 3 wide receiver tight end set, and this one is going to be a handoff to Tobias. Breaks a tackle, takes that inside the 10. Tobias could probably see the end zone there, thinking he might score. Leonard takes the snap. Going to try to get that inside to Cantrell. Cantrell got a little deep on the route, got thrown under him just a little bit. Could have easily been intercepted. Thankfully, it was not. Probably should have been intercepted, actually. That's a 3 wide receiver set. They do kind of switch things up. Dallas sent in motion. It's a pitch to Dallas. He gets the block from Tobias, and Dexter Dallas takes it into the end zone in Georgia. Up quickly here over Mississippi State. Great that counts as a passing touchdown there for Keldon Leonard. Dawgs' kick that's up, and it is good. Georgia with a 7-0 lead. Dawgs boots it away. Nice form tackle there. Contavious Johnson not been able to consistently crack the lineup. Shows off what he can do there. It's going to be a 1st and 10 here. They spread it out. It'll be a run. Jones allows some yards there, but does at least tackle him in the open field. Made it to 6 there for Blunt. 2nd and 4. Oh, gets that underneath. Jones right on there. Ends up being a short game. It's now going to be a 3rd and 1. Going to be a false start there along the right side of the offensive line. That's going to back them up. Mississippi State failed a 3rd and inches conversion this last possession. Now had a similar situation, but had to back up. He's going to try to scramble out, but it's Jordan Hall on the sack. Georgia's just secondary, and the linebackers did great in covers there. Mississippi State having to punt it away here. Addington, I guess, is right at midfield. Not getting a whole lot of blocking there on the right side. They will take over from there. Leonard comes out with 4 wide receivers here in the pistol. Leonard takes it. It's going to be a handoff to Easy. Spins around the guy. Takes that for a nice carry. Easy, of course, has really developed in his time in Athens. And has taken to his increased role here to a standpoint where I definitely think he's a guy that could leave for the NFL draft. Easy goes in motion. He's a great fit for what NFL teams like to do with their running backs, and he shows it off here. The receiving back gets down the sideline, and Georgia scores again. Easy with one of his more explosive plays of his collegiate career, showing the impact he can make for this team out of the backfield. Keldon Leonard in this offense, 2 quick passing touchdowns. Doski's kick is up, and it is good. 14-0. Doski puts it away. Early 2-touchdown lead here for Georgia. Definitely getting bad vibes here from Mississippi State in their odds early. Got to get something going. You got to get a first down, I guess, to start things off. 4 wide receivers, a good opportunity for them to run the football here. Instead, it's an RPO that works nicely. It's a gain of 6. They've been doing that on first down, though, and it has not been working out for them. Armand Falah able to pick that one up. 3 wide receivers. Still got a tight end out there. Send a wide receiver in motion. Does not hold him, but Jones able to at least slide past him, but does eventually get tackled. Seems to take his first down. The same setup here. It's a jet pass out there to him again. The 3rd time they have run that here early on. This one works. Gain of 9. I'll watch Georgia get a little bit more aggressive here. It's a 2nd and 1. Be a play action. He's going to take a shot down the field to Mello right there. Able to help reflect that one. The guy also just kind of drops it. 3rd and 1 here. It's going to be a run. Georgia is going to shut it down. Mississippi State just cannot move the Georgia offensive line. Georgia forces another punt. Mississippi State needs to get a handle on this game, or it is going to get out of hand here quickly. Addington able to get a nice return there. Where Georgia decides to go. Leonard takes the snap. Dump this underneath to Tuggle again, who gets a really nice play there up the middle. Right now just in rhythm with what they are trying to accomplish on offense. Mississippi State's really showing their cards a lot here, which I think is really hurting them. Addington goes in motion. Try to float this one to Addington. It is a perfect pass to Keldon Leonard, but Addington cannot score. Gets inside the 10. Are able to find that explosive play. Done a really nice job with that so far in his early collegiate career. It's going to be the end of the first quarter. Georgia knocking on the doorstep here to go up a 3rd touchdown early on in this game. So far, just absolutely lighting this game on fire. See if that continues, though. Two wide receivers. Leonard takes the snap. Try to squeeze that into Cantrell. work that time, though. He's going to take the snap. He's going to try to scramble out and just throws it away right as he's getting hit. Try to scramble out and get that one-on-one over there to Jaden Riddell, but that one does not work out. See what Georgia tries to set up. Maybe not their most favorable setup. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. 2 stack there. Leonard's going to send Tuggle in motion. We'll try to set that screen to Tuggle. He does catch it moving forward, but only gets a gain of 2. We're just going to send Jadowski out. Try to get this field goal. Jadowski's kick is up, and it is good. Georgia up 3 scores now. They're not in that drive the way they wanted to. Did a nice job moving it down there, just flat line trying to pass for a touchdown. First and 10, Mississippi State's going to take over at their own 16 here. 3 wide receivers, really wide split to the left. Bonner hands it off. Blunt gets a nice carry there up the middle. Nice tackle from Hooks though as well. Innovate. One thing those wide splits does is just spreads out the defense so much. You really have to have good line play, good play from the linebackers. Pretty much immediately off the snap where you kind of get away with defenders and get off to a good running start there. Blunt this time, Joe. He just cannot block Georgia consistently up front. They get a really nice run there on 1st down and gets completely stuffed the next 2 plays. Mississippi State back to punt it away again. Adenton catches it. He's got room to go. He's got some speed and burstiness about him. Georgia takes over at their, well, I guess at Mississippi State's 49. Tight ends. Leonard, they run it away from the blitz, and Tobias has got room to go. It's after being a 12 or 13 roughly. They're just so good. This team, when it is hitting on all cylinders, like right now, they've been in such a good rhythm with the passing game. Really starts to open up things with the run. This is another carry for Tobias. Almost got out of there. I think got brought down by that really great player they have. Let's see what Georgia does here. 3 wide receivers. They're going to take the snap. So quickly dump this off to Tobias. Falls forward for a couple of yards. Georgia now looking at 3rd and 4. Takes the snap. They send pressure, and he's going to take a sack there. If he could have maybe stepped up and been able to plant his feet, could have maybe found Tuggle for a big gain there, as they pretty heavily sent the blitz, but there was nothing in the immediacy. We just see quickly Tuggle breaks open, a lot of room there. If he could have planted his feet, but he can't. Nice job there from the Mississippi State defense. Send the pressure at the right time there on that 3rd down. Able to get to Leonard. Decent punt there. Nothing crazy. They'll take over their own 16 again. Mississippi State has gotten horrible field position the entire time. Georgia's had great field position the entire time. 3 wide receivers. See if Ogbonna in this offense gets something going that's in the wide receiver, and they do pitch it out to him again. And he gets great blocking. Craver running down the sideline, but does get wrapped up. By far Mississippi State's best play of the game. Really excellent blocking there on the right side. 1st and 10 now, 7.5 left in this 2nd quarter. And chased through that one at the feet. Maybe even picked off. Bonner just trying to get some rhythm going. He's a really talented guy. You can see it. Just does not have a lot of help in a matchup that's not built for him to have a lot of success. It's going to be a 3rd and 4. They're going to go empty. Expect Georgia to send 3. Put a quarterback spy up here. Bait him into something. So far, he's trying to scramble out. He's going to get run down. Justin Williams, just the ultimate chess piece for this Georgia defense. Just do so much with him. He rushes the passer. He stops the run. He's a great quarterback spy candidate. Georgia's really going to miss him, and that's an outstanding punt. Georgia take over at their own 4. Georgia's really going to miss him when his time is done here in Athens. 6 minutes left, 1st and 10 at their own 4. Georgia actually got stopped on their previous drive. This is going to be a run to Ice. Loses a yard there. First play for them did not work. First run play that did not work out at all. 3 wide receivers. Leonard takes the snap. Try to get that screen out, and that is going to be a safety for Mississippi State. They did a really nice job reading that. Potter locks it down. Gets him in the backfield. First safety we've given up in this series. Rickraft with a nice tackle there. Georgia all of a sudden kind of stammering a bit here on offense. It'll be a pass over to the left side. Let's see what we have here. 2nd and 3. 3 wide receivers. Play action. Oh, and Agbana's going to get a chance to slide out and get that. It's going to be a 1st down. Three guys. It'll be a RPO. Thankfully, Crawford makes a tackle. Really poor tackle attempt there from Cole, but Blunt got tripped up on something that he should not have. There, just a 2-yard gain. They stick with these 3 wide receivers. That kind of bunch set they're doing there. Craver is, he goes in motion. It's not a jet pass at times. It's a handoff to Blunt. Thankfully, KJ comes up and makes a nice tackle. It's a 3rd and 5. That's kind of been their go-to. Showing a bunch of different looks off of that. Green at the spy for the backside just in case. Be a throw. Agbana throws it right to Adenaje Green. Now Georgia gets an interception from their defensive end. Agbana makes a bad mistake there. Just as Mississippi State kind of seems like they're getting momentum. They get the safety, kind of getting things going a little bit at least on offense. But Georgia puts Green there at the quarterback spy. Agbana rolls out. Green just undercuts just right in front of him. Makes the play. Not expect to see that today. 1st and 10. Georgia kind of struggling here on offense. Need to get back going. This one, Leonard's going to try to scramble out. Gets a little bit. Getting 4 there. Mississippi State kind of throwing, I don't know if they're throwing a couple different things at him. Just not seeing what they're doing well. I don't know. Leonard with the toss. It's going to get hit right as he tries to throw it. This offense has got to get back into a rhythm with this passing game. Right now, this is not looking great. Leonard takes the snap. Going to get that inside there to Dexter Dallas. It's going to be a 1st down. Two-minute warning. Sometimes a good way for Georgia to kind of get back in the rhythm at times. It's just been running this, kind of going 5 wide. Let's see if Leonard can make good decisions. That time he gets sacked with nowhere to go. Any pressure on him. Leonard takes a look. Get this over to Cantrell. Get some of that back. Georgia will take a quick timeout here. See if they can get something set up. Leonard's going to take it. We'll try to float that to Dallas, but the cornerback makes some nice adjustments. A 4th and 9, kind of in no man's land. And Georgia's going to get aggressive here. See if there's some kind of big explosive play maybe they can create. 4th and 9, 41, kind of in no man's land. They're going to take the snap. Yep, tried to wait for Cantrell to kind of break open there over the middle. Georgia's offense all of a sudden just has no rhyme or reason to it here at all. Mississippi State goes empty. Try to wait, just works his way across. Nobody there running. Jones trying to go with him. Just got outran there. No pressure at all there. Georgia, of course, has to be worried about Igbana scrambling like he is right now, but Justin Williams runs him down again. 3rd and 8. Finds his man over the middle. Blunt able to knock him down. Peel with a nice open field tackle. I mean, Georgia scores touchdowns on their first 2 drives pretty easily. They then get a stop, kick a field goal. It's just like ever since, I mean, there's just no rhythm to the offense. The defense has been perfectly fine. That's going to be a big sack there from Jordan Hall. That'll hurt him. Igbana, this defense now, our offense having to take a timeout. This off underneath the Blunt, able to make a couple of guys miss. Miller finally makes the tackle. Be a 3rd and 4. A lot of room here on the right side. They're going to go underneath. We're not in a great defense for that. Should have maybe called a timeout. Mississippi State though. They don't turn it over. 14 seconds left. Just make them catch this inbounds if they're going to catch it. Throws it away. Wouldn't surprise me if they just kick the field goal here, and that's exactly what they're going to do. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. Mississippi State gets all that done, and Kyle Ferry cannot bring it in. Georgia potentially in a really good spot here to create an explosive. Leonard takes the snap. Try to bullet that one over to Addington. He does catch it, but Georgia not going to be able to get a timeout. He could not get out of bounds with it. Leonard with an absolute missile over there to Addington, though. We go into halftime. Georgia's up 17-2. You could argue it should be 17-5, but Georgia got off to that great start. Really struggling, though, in that second quarter to do anything at all on offense. They do get it to start off the 3rd here. I think it's be a good opportunity to maybe lean on Tobias, lean on Easy's guys that really started off the game well. See if you can create, it's a good offensive drive, eat up some time. Just got to get out of dodge here. We'll start off with a 4 wide receiver set. Takes the snap. We'll dump this off to Napoli. Hasn't gotten a ton of catches on the year. Makes the catch there, though. Leonard, this time it's going to be a handoff to Easy. Good run, good blocking. Leonard going to take it. It'll be a handoff to Tobias. It's a gain of 3. Sometimes you just need to do this. They're running this 3-3-5 defense, which is something we don't see a whole lot. Tobias cutting that back up the middle. Nice run, good blocking. Tobias takes advantage of that. It's uphill in a hurry, of course, like he always does. Man, he's been so good for us. Really wish he had gotten more development this past offseason. Leonard hands off to Tobias. It's a little bit. He's actually dealing with an injury. Okay. Have to see how that potentially affects things. Feel good with easy. Tobias has been a workhorse for us. Not dealt with injuries really at all. Maybe wear and tear now and then. Leonard set up a screen to easy. Doesn't get a whole lot there. Just a gain of 1. Could not get that one set up. Got a bruised shoulder. We'll play with easy for right now. This is kind of a big third down here for Georgia. You got to figure something out. Leonard takes the snap. That is Cantrell all by himself. Make the grab, and he does. Could have maybe taken that one in for the score, but Leonard took a big shot. Cantrell wanted to make sure that he caught that one. Ended up kind of caused it to be maybe a little inaccurate, but Leonard ends up dropping a dime while being hit. 47-yard pass right down the field. Cantrell wide open. Really, really lucky there for Mississippi State. That was not a touchdown. Leonard gets an extra half second. It is a touchdown. Leonard just going to hand this off to Easy, and he's going to get into the end zone. Georgia gets the good start to the second half they needed there. Get it done. Easy now. Scored his second touchdown of the day, the first multi-touchdown game of his career. Jadowski's kick is up. Georgia, a good start there to the second half of 24-2. This one away. Craycraft, man, he has been really, really good. Recruited him early on in the series. Waiting to just see what kind of his path to playing time is. Bonner takes a snap. Comes it off over the middle. Get it in between the two linebackers. Jones started to run with him, but Sibnewski's a pretty good athlete. Running backs and kind of an H-back back there. Georgia comes out with a base alignment. Got McNabb and Shaughnessy out here. Wrap him up. Jordan Hall just making the play. Blunt into the backfield. He's had an outstanding day here so far. Bonner again. Kind of the same setup. They send the wide receiver. This time it's a handoff to Blunt. And that's what it creates. They've done it so much that they've actually done that little pitch handoff to the wide receiver. Linebackers start creeping to the outside. It creates that gap. Blunt does a nice job. Finds it. They might get too aggressive here. See what they do. It's going to be a play action or a RPO. He does hand it off to Blunt, who does get the first down. Nice job of spreading them out enough. Georgia couldn't really base a line and be ready for the run. They are more ready, but Blunt does a nice job. McLeod able to bring him down before he really started getting away there. All of a sudden, this run game starting to heat up a little bit. Second 5, it's going to be a run here again. Jordan Hall shuts it down. What a day he's having. 7 tackles, 2 sacks, multiple tackles in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set. Agbana and company really need this first down. Running back in motion. He's going to throw that one. Craver finds a spot in front of Peel behind Bolden. A spot before Hooks can get over there. Nice route. Peel struggled in coverage there, at least on that play. And they're kind of back into this same formation. They send the wide receiver. This time it's a handoff to Blunt. Georgia a little bit more prepared for it. Still gets a gain of 5. Good blocking. Blunt's got 14 carries for 40 yards. A run this time, gets good blocking. 3rd and 1. It's a run. Oh, Jones got to stay on his feet. Wanted to cut him off and make sure he didn't get the first down. Blunt ends up being able to kind of hurdle him there just a little bit. They go super wide split. Be a pass. He's got nowhere to go for it. He's going to try to scramble. He throws it in the back of the end zone. It'll be a And off to Blunt, does a what great run. Great run. Takes it up the middle, cuts it back to the left. Mississippi State with an outstanding drive there. See what Georgia decides to do here defensively. They run man, but Blunt able to take it in there on the left side. Hops over Justin Williams on his way to the end zone. Mississippi State kind of survived that initial flurry from Georgia on their first 3 possessions and now kept it where there's a game. It's a 2-possession game again. What Georgia does here, 1st and 10. Hand off to Easy, gets good blocking, spins around a couple of guys. I think of Easy as a pass catcher, but really can show off nice physicality as well, trying to finish off runs. Easy goes in motion. He scored on this play earlier. This time they do a nice job covering it up. Tillman gets out there and makes a nice tackle. 3rd and 2. Oh no. Double press the snap button. Keldon Leonard has thrown an interception to Mississippi State. Is firmly in this game. I just double pressed the A button on accident on the snap. Okay. Blunt with a big carry, bounces it to the outside, hooks. Finally slows him down. Okay. Georgia got to do something here defensively. They need a big play. Be a carry to him. Get a nice stop there. Fajardo and Hall right there to make a play. Go on here again. Blunt just got great tackling, but Hall able to bring him down again. He might have scored on that play. Man, the Keldon Leonard interception breathing new life here into this game for Mississippi State. Oh, they're going to run it here. Blunt does it. He's going to get the first down. It's a 4th and inches. KJ, I believe, came up and made the tackle. They go for the draw on a 3rd and 11. Almost get the first down. And Ferry misses his 2nd field goal of the game. Georgia takes over at their own 20. I know all about how tough those are to make. And Leonard now make up for his interception. It's a handoff to Tobias. Does not get the blocks he should have there. It's a gain of 3 though. 9 carries for 55 yards. Certainly expect a little bit more of that now the rest of this game. Going to be a handoff to Tobias. It's the first down. Sent in motion. Leonard takes the snap. Adenton down the field. Catches another big one. Leonard, nice pass. Adenton got him in a one-on-one situation where he's already running full speed. That is a lot of the times for him going to create some of these big plays. He's having one of his more explosive outings of the season. Leonard takes the snap. Want to loft this over to Adenton, who is open again, but he can't bring it in. Just a bit out of reach. They're going to review it. I wasn't sure whether or not he caught it with the camera angle. It's hard for us to see. Let's take a look. Starting to play our marching song, and that one clicks. Georgia. Keldon Leonard finds Adenton there in the back. Let's take a look at the replay since I did not do that. Sorry. Let's see. View highlights. Go to 4th quarter. So they're not going to count that as a touchdown? Surely they will. 8-10. Able to bring his feet in. Let's go. Heck yeah. Unfortunately, that does not count as a touchdown on the stat sheet. Did not know that that was a thing in this game. Nonetheless, it is what it is. Georgia does increase their lead. They're back up 3 touchdowns. So it should have been a third passing touchdown of the day for Leonard and the first touchdown catch for Addington on the day. Ed, still a score. 1st and 10 here. Mississippi State's not going to be able to run the football a whole lot more. They try to scramble, dumps that off underneath. There's a flag on the play. It might be on Georgia here. Nope, going to be along the Mississippi State offensive line, it looks like. It's going to be a hold. They set up a 1st and 19. That off underneath. Great open field tackle there from Jones. Bonner, I feel like, has been solid. There's not a lot of explosiveness to this passing game. Bonner's going to try to scramble, throws a bad jump ball. Goes incomplete. Mello and company do a nice job there. 3rd and 16. This off. Can Georgia do a nice job tackling? They do. Atkins makes the play. 4th and 5. Obviously, they are in desperation mode. Bonner takes the snap. I'm gonna jump. Oh, almost picked off by KJ. It's a turnover on downs. Regardless, Georgia gets off the field. Goes out. It's a pass. We're trying to throw that to DiNapoli, lined up with a linebacker, and he can't bring it in. Got to make the plays if you want more snaps. I really wish it had counted that touchdown for Leonard. Especially after I accidentally threw that interception. Easy. You always accidentally throw interceptions, but accidentally double press that button on that one play. 3rd and 4. Where does Georgia go here? Leonard takes it. Going to dump this to Riddell, who's going to get the first down through contact. I think that's Riddell's first catch of the day. It's one that counts, though. And that really helps out with the first down there. Takes the snap. Oh, gonna take a big sack there. 3rd sack of the day for Mississippi State. Again, he's trying to work to kind of create a void. It just doesn't always work out. Leonard now. 2nd and 20. Leonard takes the snap. Get this one over to Cantrell. Does a nice job through contact. Comes up to 3rd. 7. Would love, of course, to extend this lead. Hunter takes the snap. Want to get this to Dallas underneath, and number 9 goes for 6. That is the 2nd receiving touchdown of the day for Dexter Dallas, the 3rd passing touchdown of the afternoon for Keldon Leonard. Georgia up 38-10. Kind of had a slog there in the 2nd quarter, parts of the 3rd. Had the interception, of course, thrown from Leonard as well, but offense able to make things happen early in the 3rd, and here in the 4th quarter, really start to separate here. Mississippi State fought hard, just do not have the firepower. They just don't have the talent on this squad right now. Their quarterback, I think, is really good. And I think with more weapons, I think would really be a superstar. DeMello Jones picks it off. Nice job there from 15, making the big play. Excited to see that one. Let's go ahead and get the thumbnail while I have you guys here. Been waiting on another opportunity to use DeMello for a thumbnail. So I think that we can maybe get something cool there, kind of post after the play was over. Let's see what we can maybe get right here. Yeah, we can make something work with that right here. Yeah, get the Mississippi State guy in the background. We'll rock with that. Georgia have picked off Agbana twice. I kind of just spoke highly of him. I think he's talented. And I would love to have kind of his skill set here. I have no complaints with Leonard, of course. A really nice player. Could have run there from Tobias. Again, a 6. Good to see him back out there after dealing with that injury earlier. 68 yards. Would like to get him to that. The 100-yard mark. Leonard's going to take the snap. Try to throw that wide and take a shot to Tuggle, and he's going to catch it and get inside the 5 down to the 1. Have not hit a bunch of those deep shots to Tuggle, but they get one to hit here. And again, Keldon Leonard showing that he can drop dimes down the field. Especially here at home. Big time throw there. Nice one. Over to Tuggle. Let's see if Georgia can get into the end zone here.
On the double.
2 tight ends. Let's see. Leonard takes the snap. Going to give it to Tobias, and he does get into the end zone. Georgia has officially put their stamp on this game. Dawgs' kick is up. It is good, 45-10. Had good games from Leonard, good games from the defense. Got guys creating turnovers, guys creating big plays on offense. Jordan Hall, an outstanding day. Mississippi State just ran into a buzzsaw today. This is a team that's shown that they can upset teams. I mean, they've beaten Arkansas, played close with Florida. Have really low-key been a lot better than what their record is. But it has not shown up on the field today. Takes a big shot, and that is going to be a big touchdown. The middle of the field was wide open there for Mississippi State. And they strike. Agbana able to get his team into the end zone here again in the second half. At least a feel-good play there, if nothing else. Becker wide open over the middle. Don't know if maybe linebackers just didn't get deep enough. If it's a misplay from the safeties or something there. Not entirely sure. Yep, quarter 4. Who made the mistake? KJ didn't get deep enough. It just kind of worked out. The safeties and corners kind of stayed too wide. Did not get deep enough with the linebacker there for sure, but still probably could have lofted that one up for a touchdown regardless. But nice play there from Mississippi State. Hit the big score. Of course, you hate to see that as a Georgia fan. Defense plays so good they get hit for an 84-yard score. Still up 45-17, so hard to complain too much. Addington takes that one for a touchback. Let's see if you want to leave the starters out here just to close this game out. Maybe if we could have gotten a score, I probably would not have, but we'll see. Tobias, a gain of 2. This time going to hand it off again to Tobias to the left side. Tobias gets a nice run. First down there up to 80. Like to get him to the century mark.
Okay, ready? Come on,
Snap. Hand off to Tobias. It's a gain of 3 there. Not consistently been able to break runs out of the shotgun today. He's had a couple of nice carries. From the pistol. Let's see. They get Tobias to the century mark. It's a handoff. They gain a 3. Now it's a 3rd and 4.
Got it. Cricket.
Leonard takes it. They're going to toss it out to Tobias. He's going to get the blocks. Going to get to the century mark. Delivers a blow. 100 yards on the dot. Now. Just kneel this one out and get out of Athens, or get to the locker room, I guess, in Athens, instead of not going anywhere, but come away with a 45-17 win here. Really nice job overall from the offense. Again, had that little spurt where things were not particularly great, but ended up paying off in the end. The run game was really good. Easy and Tobias each had nice days. Leonard was largely great other than the interception. I accidentally just pressed the snap button twice. Thankfully, this was in a game we were able to pull away from, and that did not come back to bite us, but a really strong finish. Great game from Eric Addington, really able to show off his explosiveness. Tuggle makes a nice play down the field, and Trail makes a nice catch down the sideline as well. Great game from Leonard. Seemed to be kind of hitting our stride with him. Yeah, Mississippi State didn't have much in the way of answering there. 25-33 here. For Leonard, 388, should be 4 passing touchdowns, but the game, I guess, just doesn't register the overturns like that. I've never noticed it. We rarely have it be an end zone, be a score that works out in our favor. Did throw the interception, though. Unfortunately, Tobias gets to 100 yards on that last carry. Found the end zone easy. Had a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown. Nice job overall for him. Addington was explosive. Cantrell was pretty good. Dallas finds the end zone twice. Tuggle, nice game. Tobias Riddell. DiNapoli did not do a whole lot. DiNapoli had a bad drop as well. That should have been a touchdown. Defensively, Jordan Hall, 11 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Dominant. Chris Jones, 9 tackles. Let's see. DeMello, 6 tackle interception performance. Thought he looked really good. Thought Hooks was solid in run support as well. Justin Williams, man, just can do so much with him. I think if we were playing him as a stand-up linebacker all the time, he would be great. But he's been a great pass rusher, great with the quarterback spy, great against the run. Just been a heck of a player for us here as a redshirt junior. Hopefully we get another year out of him. We'll see how that goes. KJ was pretty good as well. Just the 2 sacks. We got interceptions from DeMello and Adenaje Green. Got one there as well. Perfect kicking. Just 1 of 1 actual field goals. Definitely something that ended up hurting Mississippi State, but we'll get to that point. George Ogbonna, 16 for 25, 245, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. Of course, the touchdown was a long pass there at the end. Thought he was solid, though. Definitely made some mistakes, though, for sure. Both those interceptions were really bad decisions. And he got away with a couple of other throws. Blunt, 21 for 89, and a score. Nothing really to write home about. Craver had a couple of nice plays. Spanuski had one nice catch, but yeah, it was Becker kind of just struck on that play down the middle. Big, long score for them. Thought their offensive line was really good. Largely protected Ogbonna. Did take some big sacks. Really, a couple of major mistakes from him. Balls you got to get away, but they ran block extremely well. Interception does go to Kelly Jones, and they had Jaden Bethea and Cyrus Reyes each go for double digits in tackles. Quincy Cox did have 3 tackles for loss. We largely avoided that left end, that defensive end that was so good. Where's he at? Yes. Cam Franklin, 3 tackles for loss. None of them, or 3 tackles, but none of them for loss. And yeah, it's a 26-point victory there for Georgia. Continuing to make the improvements. I feel like we're largely playing extremely well. Let's advance the week, though, and see what else we got here on the docket. No commitments, going after a couple of middle linebackers. Just really need people to fill spots. At least the thing is telling me I need to add some guys. Jordan Hall, of course, JC Defensive Player of the Week. I'm sure he's National Defensive Player of the Week with that performance. Now, that's the kind of thing that kind of, as good a season as he's had, might have actually pushed him into the Heisman watch. Let's just take a quick look at that. Nope, still nobody. Dylan Raiola, Nico, Braylon Staley, of course, has been outstanding there for Tennessee. DJ Lagway, we ended up knocking him down a peg or two, but he had his moments against us. Let's take a look at the top 25 scores there from week 11. Had, of course, our game, Oklahoma State over BYU. Had Cincy over Kansas State. Kind of crazy how Kansas State in this dynasty is not doing great. Of course, in mine, they're the Tulane one. They're a top 5 program pretty much every year. Minnesota over Illinois. Louisiana there over Southern Miss. West Virginia big time over Alabama. They're just not doing a whole lot, man. It's crazy. Louisville upsets Clemson. UAB with the victory. Colorado with the victory. Duke with the victory. Miami with a 2-score victory there. Virginia Tech 3-score victory. USC over Indiana. Penn State versus over Washington 56-42. Wow. That's crazy. Game of the week for sure. Top 10 matchup there. Penn State comes away with a big one. Boise State over Colorado State. Michigan upsets Michigan State. Nebraska over Northwestern. Did I say Michigan does not upset Michigan State, but they beat Michigan State. A&M barely survives Vanderbilt. Ohio State puts one on Oregon. Oregon's definitely having a bad year. Florida survives against Arkansas there. And Tennessee over Oklahoma, 38-10. Really putting one on the Sooners there. Tennessee, the number 2 team in the country with 2 of the top 5 Heisman guys. Let's take a look at the stats, and then we will hop out of here. So Leonard, 28 versus 11 on the interceptions. Obviously, I got away with a couple of throws, so having the accidental kind of pass be intercepted, just more of evening out more than anything else. Been really good, though, and we're doing a better job of taking care of the football. Still got to continue to play clean, but 1 interception over the last 3 games after we were kind of really struggling with that factor. Yeah, definitely been an improvement. Hopefully that does continue for us to buy us. Had a nice game there. Is really good. 9 touchdowns, easy. Of course, found the end zone. Had a nice day. Cantrell was relatively quiet. Addington back up to our 3rd leading receiver. Tuggle had a nice day. Kind of doing a nice job of getting everybody involved, whereas this was mainly, an Anthony Evans passing attack with other guys mixing in and out. Doing a really nice job. I mean, having 4 guys above 45 yards receiving is really solid. Kind of harkens back to what we did with Carson Beck and the gang in year 1. Offensive line continues to play really well. Crawford is our leading tackler. Of course, the transfer in from Auburn. So Crawford, Jones, Cole, Bolden, Hooks. Right there, your top 5. If you want to see somebody in particular, you can pause whenever we go there. Tackles for loss leading the way. Jordan Hall with 22, McLeod with 18, Green 15, and Williams there with 13. Sacks leading the way is Green with 8, Williams with 5, McLeod 4.5. That's really the only thing hurting Jordan Hall, who had a sack in that game. 22 tackles for loss, but the 4 sacks, at least from the standpoint of like a Heisman candidacy, because he's been outstanding against the run. Let's see who else we got there. Interceptions. So you got the second one there for DeMello. And, of course, that got that first one there for Adonijah Green. But, yeah, continuing to keep things moving. We're at 9-1, trying to get to the end of this season here as quick as possible. Definitely enjoying the ride, though. And we do take a trip to Kentucky the next time I see you in this series. So if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Check out my Tulane Dynasty and my Atlanta Hawks franchise also on the channel. But, yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.